spinning. 6, 7, 6.
Sorry, it's good. Hey, hello everyone, and welcome to a console round one between Nezuko Chan versus Chubby, joined by Joker. Not got time for much of an intro because the spin is live. If you want to take this one, Joker, please.
Yes, we have Aristo's SMG as the Morgue Doctor and next up as the patient for Yuki Yamazaki. First impressions, it's a very straightforward spin. The Morgue Doctor disguise being right by the ball bank, so and there's also a smuggle point in there, so it'd be very simple in that sense. Yuki can just isolate straight away. The patient disguise is not that far away, so this could be in for a very quick spin.
That was all very quick commentary, very well done. But yeah, and so Nezuko is loading in quite quick here. I didn't actually see the full smuggle or the full inventory and loadout. Restaurant start. I'm guessing we're going to see an early Yuki isolation.
Say what?
Which would be standard. I'm guessing there's either a snail or something like that. I'm going to actually grab the patient on the way down to get that kill done instantly. Maybe.
Yeah, I
think that you should have more than enough time. I think there to get that with the snail as well.
Yeah, I was experimenting beforehand, and Yuki from restaurant start stays down there for quite a bit of time. You do have time to do patient to get the patient to run straight down there. Nezuko offering not to. I don't know if she's planning on getting Yuki in the sauna possibly, or what here.
Yeah, I was going to say it's interesting choice here. They look like they might even be waiting and just going for a sauna isolation instead, just to play things safe. Gives them time to get the sodas killed on first, if that's what they prefer.
Yeah, Chubby also gets an unconscious witness on the morgue doctor. He had a slight pop before he changed disguise. I don't think he's actually realised that's why he ripped. But yeah, there's a quick unconscious witness pop up, and that's what unfortunately ripped him there. So we got to see a very brief restart.
Yeah, so as I say, definitely we're looking at a sauna isolation from Nezuko Chan. So that is being set up now. So now they've just got to go and grab the morgue doctor disguise. They've got two. They do have two trunk shots in the briefcase because I think they've got a Calmer in there.
Yeah.
Having issues with the door, as is customary on any Hitman map now, by the look of things. Just going to take out this bodyguard, standard stuff, and we'll probably see the wall bang through the roof. Would be my best guess.
Yeah.
Not even going to change disguise into the bodyguard.
Very handsome.
Going to grab one of these morgue doctors here, rather than the ones in the room.
Yeah, very interesting choice indeed. I mean, they are almost easier to isolate, but if you have two tranks, all it takes is one trank shot and then a knockout. But here you can just get right away and then shoot Eric Solders immediately. But stash point is he doesn't have his stash yet, so I'm guessing he hasn't picked up his SMG. Or is he? Does he not know about the wall bank? Is that possibly what's?
I'm not sure. I don't think they know about the wall bank because they look like they're going to go and shoot through the glass there. Which, because I was about to say, if they're going for the wall bank, leaving that trunk body there could be an issue because they obviously have to change. Oh, and they've gone red guns. They've been seen by one of the morgue doctors on the other side of the bed there. As we see, Chubby's just got the sodas killed done now as well.
Yeah, and the fact that they were moving up to that area didn't imply that they were going to get the kill on Solders upstairs and not opt for the wall bang. Chubby has the kill on Solders here, but he's a bit behind in terms of Yuki. Now he is going to have to wait until around 4 minutes against the sauna as the only other real place to get her killed. I mean, yeah, it is a viable, safe option. Of course, you just wait for her to go in there, get in there, and punch her and next snap her. But yeah, I would have thought getting her on the gondola early would have been the safer and even quicker option as well here.
Fly the whole place and fire everyone. Have them killed. Whoa, what the hell?
Chubby's just going to grab the patient here. Waiting for the sauna. As we see Nezuko Chan, obviously after the rip, just going to go and do the same thing by the look of it. So this should be quite simple now for Chubby. He's just got to wait till I think is it about 4.5 minutes I think for the sauna isolation.
Yeah, just before that, I think is what it is around. I mean, it's roughly between what dials you actually, of course. I think you might add hospital director, which might have delayed it even further slightly. But even then, all you have to do is just wait and be patient. You have it perfectly fine there. Shall we go for Nezuko even go for the same approach we saw from the last time? Knock out the bodyguard. I guess we'll see giant body onto uh, more doctors as well. You said last time about possibly leaving it there so you can't go back into the skies. There's a simple fix, and you can just swap into the bodyguard and leave the bodyguard skies there and leave the patient here if you want to have an opportunity of getting the patient disguise back easier.
I mean,
And
when
again, we talked
Nezuko
about the wall
Chan's
bang.
used there by the motorcyclist, that would also work because you would be able to get yourself behind that little sort of medical bed there, and that wouldn't prevent that issue. Oh, actually, it would
Yeah,
prevent the sort of being spotted. You'd be able to get that disguise change off. So it doesn't look like
yeah.
Nezuko Chan's also brought a two-handed SMG.
Yeah, it's going to be very challenging here going for the killing swords like this way because there are a lot of eyes watching in terms of the surgeons and all the people in the cinema are watching. This is what makes the wallbang so much easier. And you see here, he has distracted one of the things. He has to kill or shoot
Yeah,
solid
I mean,
over, and that will be the kill off. So it's happened and worked well.
Amazingly, the kill hasn't actually happened though. Even though I think he must have missed. I can't see any way that this works. Did get shot in the leg.
Yeah, we've seen the body flop, so that will be happening. I think, but what we see with the wall banging is you always shoot him in the head, which is of course in this game one-shot headshot.
Meanwhile, Chubby's having some issues here. Yuki is running away, and she's running into the hospital.
Weird. It's very weird from Yuki.
Yeah, so that's an interesting thing here because it looked like it should be quite simple in theory. Obviously, just expecting a standard sauna isolation. So this swings the pendulum back in Nezuko's favour here. I've never seen Yuki head into the hospital like that, but Nezuko now obviously is just going to sit here and wait for the sauna. Chubby obviously is. I don't think he has any key hackers, so he's going to have to try and find a way back into the hospital. Which isn't going to be the easiest. I'm not sure. I think she will leave the hospital because I don't really think she has any path that takes her up there as standard. Plenty of bodyguards running outside, so that's another target lockdown. So she's going to go and lock down back in the.
That is
so she might even. I don't know if she's going to try and escape here.
Yeah, I think if you double lockdown her, she'll escape. So this could be a possible restart for Chubby. And usually if she's escaping, she'll eventually get a little one of them icons above her head. But meanwhile, Nezuko has knocked out Yuki and snapped her next. That will be them escaping and taking the kite. Because I can't really see Chubby putting this back.
Yeah, I was going to say it should be a quick run down to the snowmobile exit, and that should be GG. That's Nezuko taking their own map, so it's map 1 done, Hokkaido. Both
yeah, we do have a very short map.
A little bit shaky in that first map. Chubby definitely looked like he would have had that with. Oh no, so she has locked down in her little room anyway, so it's not gone too bad. But obviously it's too late, unfortunately, for Chubby there. So we're now moving on to Sapienza.
Yeah, but we saw Nezuko eventually adapted to where they went wrong last time, and eventually did pull it back. And when they got it right, they looked very, very good. Same with Chubby, he got that sort of skill very, very well. And I had an unfortunate lockdown with Yuki.
Let's have a quick look at some stats here. So it's I'm surprised it's a map pick we've seen from Chubby here actually, because it's stats wise not their greatest. Nezuko doesn't actually have any data available, but Chubby's been here 4 times and he has lost all 4 of those. So it's an interesting pick from him.
Yeah, it's a bold map
unless he's
pick
done some
indeed.
practice between RRs, which is always possible.
Yeah, indeed, and yeah, no, it's especially looking at the record. I'm 4. It's usually something your opponent will pick against you. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing stopping Chubby from just absolutely grinding out Sapiens and then suddenly becoming one of the best Sapiens players in the world on it, you know. So yeah, it's very interesting to see what's going to happen, indeed.
Yeah, obviously those stats don't provide as much information as you might think. If you actually, if we had the stats to hand of how they performed against their opponent, because it could have all 4 of those come down to photo finishes, for example. It could be anything along those lines. He could have lost them by really sort of small margins. So he might be super confident on the map, but he just might not have had the luck. Or anything like that. There's plenty of things. Obviously, Sapiens, I would say, is a map most know very well, generally speaking.
Yeah, I mean, you sort of all see the same thing on Sapiens, you know, and that's mostly isolating Fanny straight away and then doing the observatory lure onto Silvio in order to get him. And that's what you really see throughout, you know. Extension of 9 minutes. Oof, we got to go for a while there. So yeah, of course, Nezuko not playing on Sapiens before. It could also be another reason to why Kobe picked it, in the sense that he does feel like you know, they don't pay that they're not experienced on a course. They are a return arrivals, so they have played other maps. It could potentially be the only map they haven't played. So Chubby's like,
Yeah, I was
we
going
could
to
really
say.
come into him. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say we've got an 8 minute delay here, guys. So I think I'm just going to quickly jump back to the idle screen just for a couple of minutes, and we'll resume when there's just a couple of minutes left on the timer. So we'll be right back, guys. Hello everyone, and welcome back. We've had our little intermission there, a little bit of a breather, which I'm quite happy for. A little bit of rest and recovery time, but yeah, back just in time for Sapiens. We may as well have a quick discussion of what we want to see, in hopes that we see at least something crazy. What do you want?
I mean, old axe being so far away, just things that make you spread out on the map. You know, not necessarily hard things, but things that make you spread out to make you spend a little bit more time with Sapiens and expose you more to the rips. Of course, Oscar Lafayette and Prime Investigate, they can be hard disguises, but you know they can be pretty simple in their own sense as well. So there's not really a hard disguise on Sapiens in that sense, but you know,
Most of
just
them
just,
are.
just
Most
yeah,
of them are
just
easy.
make you,
They just require resources to get, don't they? Like obviously, Street Perform is easy, but you pretty much need a dart. Yeah, there's even Red Plumber's pretty much free. It's just as you said. I always like to see stuff that's just that little bit out of the way.
yeah.
And yeah, I mean, have a quick look at that map record as well. 429 Papia Frese in RRWC. Not sure that'll be beaten anytime soon because that is a pretty crazy time. Let's see what kind of spin we get, and we'll see whether or not we're on for a speed run. Spin will be here in 10 seconds, so I'll take this one. As soon as it comes through anyway, both players getting ready. So we have got Silvio Caruso with the combat knife as mansion staff and Francesca De Santis with the hatchet as the kitchen assistant. So nothing too crazy here because there are, I think there's a free mansion staff, and obviously you can start as the kitchen assistant. You can bring in a combat knife, so really the only thing here is to grab the hatchet to bring in.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's a little bit sort of crazy.
I mean, yeah, getting the hatchet, you know, it isn't out of the way either, you know. So this is definitely on terms to be one of the quickest Sapiens spins in terms of disguises. You can bring the combat knife. Of course, you have the freaking assistant by the safe house star as well. So you could have that to bring an extra trank or something instead of a useful item like coins if you have that free slot. So yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say this definitely isn't super difficult. As you said, the hatchet is quite close to where both players are going to be. It is in the gardener's shed, so nothing too crazy. They've not got to travel for it. So Chubby's in very quick. Nezuko just going to be that little bit behind. Looks like he's planning on getting a quick So, in fact, I thought Chubby was going to restart, but I think he just wants to isolate Francesca as soon as possible. Meanwhile, Nezuko has gone for a kitchen assistant start. Let's grab the combat knife smuggle. It's going to bring Silvio over for the dinner opportunity. I'm not sure what the plan is there.
Yeah, interesting. Something different as well, you know. Something you always have to see something different, you know. Sort of like the standard, you know, ISOs that we always seem to see on Sapienza, unless sometimes it's live kills. But normally you always see the same thing on Silvio, you know, in terms of the observatory. So yeah, it does have a new light to this. I do like this approach from Nezuko.
Yeah, I was going to say it's nice to see something that isn't just the usual observatory lore, as you say. It's not often we see something out of that. It's normally the one people tend to go for the most. So it's worth noting that Nezuko there, that's not a mansion staff disguise, that is the housekeeper. So that isn't the right disguise, so I'm not sure if that was for something else, I'm not too sure. It is in a trespassing area if they go upstairs as the kitchen assistant. So Chubby knows where to get a mansion staff by the look of it. He's just used a bullet distract to get one of them. So he's going to get that disguise now.
Because we talked about the free one again. Like in terms of where we see these go, the free one can be outside, pretty out the way almost like the standard route we see here, which is why it's probably better to get one of these lot inside the building.
My bad, sir.
Yeah, so I'm still wondering. So, camera trouble for Nezuko. They didn't check the cams there. He's going to go and grab the hatchet. Well, that gardener is just stood on top of the table, as one does, which meant they haven't grabbed the hatchet this time. I think they're a bit worried about the timing. Obviously, they will need like a mansion guard or something to bring that over with to make everything that much easier. So I'm not sure how this opportunity plays out here for Nezuko. I don't know what Silvio does. I know obviously when he's poisoned he comes to throw up on the cliff, but other than that I'm not sure what the plan is.
I mean, yeah, as well, like the observatory seems to be a lot more easier as well than what we're seeing from Nezuko as well. I don't know why. If you're not bringing this now, it's gonna be hard to get rid of all them guards without like sending them, you know, Sylvia into panic or something. So unless he does it to buy the only reason I can think about why doing it is just to buy some more time, maybe.
Yeah, so Chubby has done the usual isolation in the observatory. He's not got any tranks, and he has gone for a thrown distraction. But the guard who's gone for it is not the guard he was expecting. So he's gonna have to just sort of do a quick juggle around here, because Silvio will be heading upstairs now. He has got everything he needs for the kill condition. He's gonna have to be careful here. Yeah, and that's red guns. Another guard has come in. I'm not sure what's caused that. I think they might have heard the thrown distraction, but I don't know why they both would have reacted. I'm not sure what's happened there.
Yeah, I mean it's very windy. There's a lot of things that can happen in it, man. Sometimes they can't be explained. Yeah, very very weird to see indeed.
Yeah, so we've got synchronized restarts here. Nezuko definitely looks like there would have been a faster strat if they ignored the dinner lure and just went for the I can't even think what it's called. Yeah, the observatory.
The observatory, yeah, that's what I call it.
So Nezuko has she does use the rat poison there in the thing. So yeah, so, her plan is for Silvio definitely to go to the cliff. But yeah, surprised by that choice.
Yeah, I just think that it's so much more efficient to have the observatory as an option here. We should do subtract. Even then, the Silvio's in it, you can't actually use observatory to get him there anyways. So this is a bit weird. We haven't really seen it to full effect what he's trying to do with it yet. But yeah, Chubby is now trying to get a housekeeper size bit looks like by throwing distraction here. Because they are. Oh no, they are. Managed staff here. I'm pretty sure there's a housekeeper there, if I remember correctly. But yeah, we're seeing both of them do the same thing for this disguise.
So Nezuko this time has grabbed the housekeeper from upstairs, so they'll have to just do another distraction here to grab the housekeeper. Or they might even just do a throw KO on the balcony. But I have had some fairly crazy things where I've been spotted from up there, but not this time. So that's the housekeeper disguise for both players. So Chubby again in the same position. He's gone for the same. He's gone for the same throw. I'm not sure what his plan is here. He's just come out to grab a crowbar. He's got to be careful of the guard outside here, I believe.
It's hot.
Ooh, he's just whooshed Silvio slightly. He's going to have to be careful. He should probably take out the other guard first. Yeah, he's got a loud kill. He needed just to knock out Silvio, if possible, beforehand.
Nezuko's come across quite weird occurrence as well. Trying to get the hatchet in, there's a gardener just floating on the table there.
Yeah, which has happened after a restart as well, which is a touch strange.
Yeah, I keep losing track of when Nezuko isn't around, you know, not having the mission time. It does sound
I was just about
bit.
to say they've not got mission time. I can't remember what the rules say, if that's needed or not. I can't quite remember.
It doesn't really add much, you know, because of course we'll see that England time anyways. Because it makes me a lot easier to follow along to where like the ties will be in that. Of course, we don't actually know where the hell Franny is at the moment. So yeah, we just have to use our own sense of judgment.
Yeah, I mean, looking, as I say, they've just got on instinct there, and I think she is in sort of that prime window of where the guards are awake currently. So I think it'll be roughly in another, sort of 2.5 minutes as to when she'll be back there. By the look of things, but that's only going off a rough instinct there. Chubby's still struggling now, just to get that bit of momentum. Looks like pretty much going to go for the same strat here from Chubby. I'm surprised by now that we've not seen a swap out for a tranquilizer. I feel like a trunk would be quite useful in taking down the observatory. There's no need for a pistol particularly currently, other than to do the observatory, which I know Chubby is doing.
Yeah, actually, no, I do like. I don't know what Nezuko's done here. Actually, emetics the bot, so which did actually make Silvio sick and brought him to this cliff edge. So, and only one guard take down as well. It looks like. So actually, yes, quite efficient from Nezuko here, and if he could have potentially got Francesca in that time as well, maybe.
Yeah, and he has got the mansion guard as well to change into, which means getting the hatchet upstairs. It's going to be a little bit of a lengthier one, because obviously they're going to have to come back down to grab the kitchen assistant, which they did start in. They will have to come and retrieve that from. In fact, it's only on the floor below, because it is on. It was where they grabbed the mansion staff from, so it is. It's not too far away. It does just mean that they'll have to leave Francesca in that window briefly.
Yeah, they pick up the hatchet as well. Of course, it is illegal to carry the kitchen assistant, so they will have to, use this mansion security to take it up to Francesca de Santis. I haven't seen them knock out or isolate her yet, I should say.
Yeah, it's gonna swap disguise first, which is smart, because obviously there's no one who's gonna see him up here. Her, sorry, I don't know. Based on the profile picture, I'm gonna go with her actually, but. Apologies if that's incorrect. Yeah, it just needs to lock the hatchet up.
Using them. Yeah, she's although of course can't call it point.
Yeah, fair enough.
So yeah, Francesca, she appeared to be walking into her office.
She's she's already in there. So she'll go over to the bookcase after this, and then the guard will move away. So the timing here couldn't be much better. She needs to wait that little bit. Doesn't want to go in too soon, because they don't want to gun flash the guard. Or, well, weapon flash the guard at the very least. this could be. I don't know if they've got an EMP in their inventory. I've not seen because they've not got a sniper with them to take out the virus. But I've not seen anything else. They could always use the Krugermeyer, obviously on the stalactite, a little bit slower, but definitely quite safe. Yeah, waited
so
for
they
the.
have time now to kill.
Yeah, I was gonna say, waited for the right window. They've got plenty of time to dump that body. Grab the key card. No.
Down. Now
Might just grab the free one that was in the observatory.
Yeah. And even then, it's a bit job. I didn't realize the hatchet is such a brutal way to kill them. You just fling them across from the back. And of course, you said about how the virus, you could always shoot it.
Yeah,
shoot the virus directly.
Chubby is unfortunate there. He's got the wrong time in there, unfortunately. So Francesca's just left with him, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate.
I think
4 minutes, that seems to be actually... What's she even doing to get there at 4 minutes? That's odd for her to be there at 4 minutes.
Ether's field lab. You made it.
Nezuko,
The virus prototype will
I
be
think
close
it is going to be a stalactite. I'm not even going to do the gun drop. Just going to take the time.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Even going to take this
Hazily
camera
as
out.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw in the game earlier, you know, Papia nearly lost against Wi-Fi because he got spotted by the cameras, but apparently found a way to sort around it. But yeah, the satellite is a nice way to get the virus, you know. It's very hard to get spotted by it. Hopefully I have not jinxed something here, but yeah, they should be fine to get it. A bit of a long way around to get it, but they get a nice angle to it. And
I think that was the Krugermeyer that might have made them go over the other side. It's obviously not the most accurate. Yeah. This should be GG. I can't see anything too bad happening in the next couple of seconds. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, Chubby's just unfortunate with his timing when he's in the Santos. I don't know why she's just leaving her off so forward.
Yeah, and that's just going to be it's going to be too far out for a photo finish here, just with the path in. Obviously, Chubby has got a secret, but there's no way he can get down and grab that virus in 47 seconds. So yeah, admin's called it. That's Nezuko 4, Chubby 0, and that is the end of this particular game. Yeah, as I said, that all came down to timing, really. For Chubby, there was not much else he could have done. A couple of unfortunate rips, I would say. They weren't super sort of. Well, they didn't come at great timings, basically.
Yeah.
Just sort of at annoying points where you know, sort of the finish line's almost in view. But yeah, unfortunate for Chubby there. But yeah, well played from Nezuko. Chubby's obviously just been caught anyway, but I think he should have had the notification. So yeah, have you got any thoughts on that game?
No. And Nezuko, after they found out like how they worked it out, you know, they looked very good from that point onwards, and you know, Chubby just couldn't get going, unfortunately. And he had the ideas there, he just couldn't put it all together, unfortunately, and that's why Nezuko took it today.
Yeah, and yeah, I'll just move over and have a quick look at the brackets that we did look at not long ago. But I'll have a quick look again. So this is another console game. Let's have a quick look here. So that is, where are we? Up here. So that is Nezuko Chan. Moving on, they will face the winner of Tino versus Ike. When that happens, and Chubby will move down to the lower bracket, who I believe will be playing the loser of that same game. Yep. So as soon as Chubby finds out his opponent, we'll have another game scheduled in. But yeah, that's Nezuko advancing to round 2. And we'll just have a quick look again at the upcoming games. Not much should have changed here either. But yeah, so in what's this? An hour and 10 minutes, we've got Fanium against Fopper on Colorado and Miami. No shoutcaster for that yet. An hour after that, so in 2 hours 10 minutes, we have Keep It Cool versus the Buff Guy. That's Hokkaido and Isle of Sagale. And then everything else in terms of European time is heading into Monday properly. So we've got Kenny's versus the Script Desk, Teenager versus Throat, Observer versus Fuzz, Goulet versus Papier Frese, and Chromex versus Eclipse. They're all scheduled in for tomorrow, so plenty of action. 3 games there, all at 8 o'clock CEST tomorrow, so we'll have a busy afternoon. Yeah, I'll. Any final words, Joker?
Yeah. I'll play both players. The tournament's got to an amazing start. It's good to see some of rookies in that playing as well. So yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, so thanks very much for joining me, Joker. Thanks, In for Fun, for your last minute admining, and thanks everyone for watching, and good night.
Bye bye.